Well, hello there, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and hop on in. So right now we're in practice for super late models here. And honestly, I wasn't even thinking about it. We aren't even registered for the event yet, so we'll probably have to back out and register in a minute here. But I wanted to kind of walk you guys through kind of where we're at with Myrtle Beach and everything. This is open setup, super late models, so we do have to work on this and everything. Um, yeah, I mean, overall, it's it's a work in progress. I mean, it just feels like every adjustment I make on the car just doesn't do anything. That's really what it feels like. It feels like it's loose into one, and it just feels like it's tight off of one, and then it feels like it's tight off of four. It feels like it's definitely tight through the center. I feel like we struggle with this every time we get into this car, so we really need to get that figured out. What's up, Viz? I'm gonna need your help here in a minute, but um, let me do this since we got this going on, and this is a good question. Can you register for another session while in another session? I don't know if you can. I don't think that you can, but that's just me. Yeah, you can't. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So anyway, let me do this real quick. Let me go ahead and back out of this real quick, and we'll hop into and we'll actually get registered here. But you can stay in that practice session though, right? Yeah. So what I'm doing is basically on the backside, you guys can't see this, but I am walking through the lobby and everything, and I'll laugh if this thing says you're already in a session. Close the simulator if you wish to launch a new session. All right, well we'll do that. But anyway, we'll get this rolling. So anyway, again, I'm gonna need Viz's help. Oh no. No. So like if you're in a practice session, that's a good question. So if you're in a practice session, and you can go onto the iRacing website and you can withdraw from that session and register for another session. Does it actually prompt you that the other session's starting? Good question. What's up, John? While this is loading. So, like I said, we are running the missile mic setups. Right now we only got 4 people registered for this, but we still got 15 minutes, so who knows? Hopefully we get some people in here. Otherwise, it ain't gonna happen. So we'll see. If not, we'll do something else. Then we'll probably end up doing KNN if that's the case. But first and foremost, let's go over to the garage here, and well, let's go over here first. So info, track's looking at 67 degrees. Low usage, so let's go over here and take a look at the setup that we've currently got. In terms of where we're at stagger wise and everything, I think that that's fine. You know, people probably yell at me for having the 2 stagger in the back, but you know the crossweight's at 48.7, so this thing in theory should be loose as hell, you know, coming up off the corner if I have my notes right. You know, the camber and caster, I mean, we haven't really tweaked much with it. Again, I think that these are set up a lot more for, we'll say, longer runs. But yeah. Yeah, the ballast is nowhere. The ballast is at 0. So it's as far forward as we can. So we can, or far back as we can. So, I mean, I guess that we could move the weight forward here and just kind of see what it feels like. But, yep, I appreciate it, Viz. So what would Visual suggest? And Visual, just for you guys who don't know, he's got a great channel. All of his stuff's in VR. It's very cool to watch. If you're curious what iRacing looks like in VR, definitely So if we move the ballast forward, yeah, it's more understeer. So right now we're all the way back. So, but again, I mean, the crossweight and everything's crazy. But let me scroll down here. We basically got the softest springs on this, which I feel like is part of the problem, that the thing just doesn't want to turn. The only thing I like about it is when you get on the gas, the thing leans right back on the bars and just goes. So, yeah. But, so yeah, I'm not really sure. But overall, right now we've got the trailing arm in the middle. Higher mounts, tighter on corner entry, looser on corner exit. I've tried screwing around with this. It just doesn't seem to want to turn through the center. That's the big complaint I have. Things loose in, and that's fine. But it feels like it just skids on the front wheels once you get to the center. It just doesn't turn the center. You can slip it into the center, but you got to wait for it to catch and then grab it back. So I think what might be most helpful is to go out here and do a lap or two so you can kind of see. What's up, Al? And this is a setup for third gear. So we don't actually hit fourth. We're only in third. You can see the times we were able to get out of it, 17.8 was the quickest I was able to get. And that session was a little bit cooler. It was 65 degrees, so. But again, we're just tight as hell right there. And I think part of it's the line that we're running. I think we're running in a little bit shallow. See, like we were better that time, but still, it's just. And turn 1 and 2 is just so bumpy. It's really line sensitive. So if you're out of the groove, the car just shoots up the hill. Right there, you can feel the thing just it wants to go around right there. And we're just running some lazy laps right now, but. See, if you end up here, whoo, it takes forever to come back down. Yeah, I mean, the car does move around quite a bit. I mean, you can see. The only thing that I did do, that I did notice, was that the car was bottoming out pretty bad. So the only thing that I did do, and I don't know, because I reverted. I made a whole bunch of changes and then said, you know what, let's start from scratch here. So I added a packer in the front, or a couple packers, just to get the thing up off the track. The front's sitting at 331 in the ride height. The rear's not sitting much higher. Again, I mean, we can jack that up. Personally, I think it's kind of weird that our rear springs are just as. I mean, I know that there's not a lot of grip here. It's an old track and it wears out tires. So, I mean, having the low spring rates is kind of what you need for some kind of mechanical grip. But yeah, it does roll a decent amount. And the bar that we've got in it right now is a 168. But again, I mean, if we stiffen up that bar, it's going to turn even less, especially through the center, it feels like. But yeah, again, it's just kind of a thing where I'm not really sure what to touch on it. The one thing that I did do to help, because it's really just, the thing just does not roll through the corner. It just feels like it's in a slide at all times. It slides into the corner. It slides into the center of the corner, and then you wait and you grab it and it bites, and then it feels like it almost picks up the front end and just drives it out to the wall. Like it sits back, but at the same time, all that weight transfers into the back and it pulls the car to the right. That's what it feels like. Change the toe to 1.6. Got that. And let's see the right rear track bar, 9.5. So we'll go up a bit. Start it in the middle. Everything should be the same. It doesn't affect ride heights or anything like that. And the toe doesn't really have any effect on camber, so it's minor. I mean, obviously, if you cranked a ton of tow or into it out of it, which we're not doing, it would change things. But 6 gallons should be good. And again, you can obviously tell that this setup's been adjusted for heat racing, at least last season anyway. So it's definitely better. Definitely better. Oh, don't go down there. So you hit those little turtles or whatever you want to call them down there, and the car gets upset. Like that right there. And again, you hate to do that because all it does is mess up your tire temperatures when you get into a slide like that. All right, we got in there way too hot. And a lot of turn 1 and 2 are very, very different. I mean, I'll say that. And personally, I still don't think that we have the line down right for 1 and 2. That was better, or felt better anyway. Oh, too damn high, too damn high. All right, we'll pull it into the pits this time here. What's up, Chris? All right, so let's take a look here in the garage. 200 on the front, pretty even. 186 in the right rear. 174 in the left rear. So that's what we're looking like right now. The car definitely feels better like that, no doubt. But yeah, just fixing the tail a little bit. Again, I mean, just the car feels just pushy. It doesn't feel like the car will come around, except for on entry into one, if you're driving that too hard or not. Just feels like it doesn't want to just guide itself into the line. That's the best way I can describe it. You went channel 4. Yeah, I mean it drives off really, really hard and it'll launch and it'll lane back on it and go, and that's kind of the thing is you kind of it's a good thing to have that drive off because you can get up underneath people, coming up off the corner, but it just feels like we're giving up so much through the center. Rear end of the car is looking like this. So just looking around in here. The one thing that I did do is I did knock some rebound stiffness further out of it in one practice, and I continued to feel better. But again, it just helps the loose, or it helps the tightness anyway. Just letting the thing squat further back on that. But yeah, again, and I could be wrong, and Viz would probably be the person to tell you. That's lewd, Viz. Buy him dinner first. Yeah, right, Chris. To me, it's just strange that our rear springs are softer than the fronts. You know, I know that we're almost running even balanced springs across the whole thing because the track's relatively flat. You know, I think that we'd see some staggering, right to left maybe, not so much because we really don't have a banking that we're diving into. You know, left rear 2725. So we're gonna run down a half a round on that track power. Gotcha. I have some standards, Brandon. All right, so we left it right there. Let's go ahead and hop from practice. And it looks like we've got 15 register, which is good. Really, the magic number we want to see is 22. Because that way we can get some actual heat racing and whatnot. That means something. I was way better in 3 and 4. I kind of messed up 1 and 2, honestly. Just like that. I was just kind of coasting it around the bottom. Just want to see what it was like, because it's funny because everybody has a different driving style. You know, like I tried running one of Visual setups, and the thing just didn't feel good to me. And it was just, yeah, we cooked that rear tires right there. It just didn't feel good to me, and he's definitely a harder charger into the corners. I'm definitely more of a kind of floated in there. Which is probably not helping the center, you know, because they're not stopping the car to turn it. I mean, it's definitely more consistent in 3 and 4. It feels like it's definitely better in 3 and 4. Like I said, I think a lot of it is the line that we just cannot figure the fuck out in 1 and 2. I think that's the biggest thing. But yeah, I mean, putting down an 894. I mean, that's the best lap that we've put down. So obviously we're moving around. Heat's where it's at. Hell yeah, Chris. Absolutely, buddy. Say me too 407 on YouTube. We're always down to do that. Only problem is, what's today? Well, qualifying is going to start here soon, so we're going to have to hop over for that. I know, Liz. I know. Say we'll get in together at one point, and we'll do something because Visual is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to this. Far more experienced than I, when it comes to setting these cars up and everything. So right now, let's go ahead and hop over to the race session and see what we got. Via has an errand for me. So we based, Craig, we based our setup on Missile Mike's setup that's on the forum, and I'll show you again where we're at right now. Um, yeah, they might, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Visual. I'm kind of giving up on tracking down championships and all that stuff. I mean, we did it a while ago and we've been competitive, but like I said, we need to get back to just having fun and doing this because it is fun. You just got to let it be fun. But let's take a look at the entry list, of course, for the 2-car. Yeah, so we have GRP group. Okay. So we're the 2-car out of 16. Let's see who he was. Hunter Lambert. Jeff was fast in practice. Jason Mullis is in here. That's cool. And Cole Britton, Paul Pepper. Again, these are people we don't really know. Matthew Chastain. And it looks like Jarrett Phillips isn't in here yet. With a broke-ass clown. Nope. So anyway, this is the set we've got. 18s on the left. Front's 20. Rear's 21. Yeah, we got the Crystal Pepsi. This stupid phone. How do I know? Again, I don't really know if it's there's not a lot of people that seem to be doing right now. It seems like the super late model guys really tend to run early in the week or late in the week. But the one thing I want to do here is let's take a look at the info. Track temperature is about where we were. Some slight usage, so I think it's a little bit more than what we had. But while we've got the time, let's go ahead and head out here and just see what it feels like. I mean, this just might be what the doctor ordered. A week split. Terry Renner is an alien. Yeah, 897. God, we were close to that wall. Get off. So the thing is, you got to almost come back down towards that little area right there, and we were just way too shallow on entry. Like I said, I feel like we're just taking it too shallow, running up the track and trying to get back down. Stay down there. Not in the middle of the track. Come on, man. Come on. Why do people do that? Why do people do that? They just sit there. Like the guy hit him. He just stopped in the middle of the track. He didn't even hit him. Oh, my God. Take an unnecessary punishment. Welcome to the channel. Again, like, what the hell are we even doing right now? This is why practice is fucking pointless. You can't do shit around here without running over somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Oh my God, it's just so stupid that people cannot get their shit together, even in a practice session. Ugh. Yeah, exactly, Craig. I mean, like, what the... And again, the one car just stops. Like, what are you doing? Fuck it. All right. Results-wise, whatever. Let's go ahead and go out and qualify. But before we do, let's show the setup. We'll do that. I promised. Anyway, yeah, just be happy it's not Thorndike. Oh, well. So anyway, these are the tire pressures that we're running. One in, what is that, an eighth stagger in the front, two in the rear. The ballast is all the way back. Crossweight's looking about like that. Viz stepped in and had us fix this toe and just kind of straightened it out a little bit, so it's a little bit faster per se. And it definitely helps a little bit better with the corners. But ride heights is what we're looking like. I don't think that we're bottoming out. It doesn't feel like we are, but we need to check that just because this is sitting just a little bit lower than where we were. Ride heights in the rear. Again, the car is very almost flat, you know. And what Viz had us do was crank this down to try and get this thing to loosen up. And it just felt like maybe I was just making too small of a swing at it when we were going through. I was just moving it up, you know, a half around here, up, but oh well. So we're not going to worry too much about the qualifying and the qualifying setups and stuff like that. Most of these guys will have one. You know, obviously we do not. So if we can go out and put down a decent lap, you know, we'll be okay. And that's all we want to do. Survive to the main, which only 16 cars here, so we'll be in the main no matter what. But again, that first one that we had where you had to get in on speed was a lot of fun, but oh, Jesus. Nope. And of course we crossed the line there. Well, we're going to get one lap to try and make something happen. Jesus. Well, this is not off to a good start, but we're going to reel it in. We're going to put down an okay lap, I feel like. And I just couldn't get back to the gas right there. Well, it's an 18 flat. So definitely not our best, but again, honestly, we just haven't run enough laps here. You know, that's really what it feels like, you know. And that's important to remember is, you know, a lot of the guys that we go up against here, they've run these tracks countless times. Countless times. Yeah, and we didn't change the shape for qualifying. I don't know. Does it make a big difference on a short track visual? That's a good question. Huge? Wow. Okay. Well, we know better. I wouldn't think it would make a huge difference on a short track. I really wouldn't. Wow, more than a tenth. Okay, well, we didn't know. So anyway, we're going to be waiting because we're going to be in heat 2. Looks like we're going to roll off on the inside in heat number 2. It looks like we got 8 in each. Going to the info here, 8 laps, 7 to the feature. Again, consolation, at least 1 to the feature. Again, 9. What is it? 9 minimum, 8 laps. Yeah. Well, we just gonna wait then. And we'll see what all they can do. But again, you guys got to let me know what you guys think of the Super Late Model Series more than anything. Let me know if you're enjoying it, if you want to see us do more of it. Obviously, it's a little bit more time intensive just because you have to spend time. I got to get into practice, you know, 45 minutes before the race starts, you know, or so, just to try and screw around with things and maybe spend another session, you know, earlier on in the week to try and get it right, to try and just make the best run that we can. But yeah, so if you guys are enjoying it, great. We'll do some more of it. You know, if you're like, Aaron, this sucks, this is boring, what the hell? Let me know. Leave it in the comments for sure. That's the only way this channel gets better and you guys see what you want to see. Leave it in the comments. That's the only way I know. What was I going to do? Control F12. Do we have any special cameras for this track? We do not. All right, that's fine. We'll leave it on TV2. Yeah, I think that the Super Late Model is a fun car, and it's a learning experience for sure. I cannot stress that enough. That if you want to be quickly humbled, go out in a practice session early when there's nobody in there, put down a time and be at the top of the board, and have that session not fill up, but have some really fast guys get in there and watch them blow your freaking doors off by half a second. It's disheartening to say the least. But we're going to keep an eye on the 12 more than anything here. And off they go. So like Matt gets past the 7 pretty easily. 8 way up the track. Keep an eye on these guys back here. 10 getting under the 11. Looks like the 11 is going to give him a little bit of room. Check back in at the front of the field, and it definitely looks like Geoff's getting gone. Yeah, and I need to watch more visual streams. But he runs the street stocks, which I had my fill of the street stocks. It took me forever to get out of rookie, for whatever reason. I ran a billion street stock races. It felt like. But it looks like this field's pretty well strung out. And it's going to be, what, 8 laps here, I believe? Yeah, 8 laps. What we should do is we should watch these leaders here and just kind of see the line that they're running more than anything. So let's go to the chase here real quick. And I think the other thing, too, is that we pick up the throttle really hard, and a lot of these guys roll back into the throttle. Ooh, oh man, Hunter fighting it loose. You do, Viz, and believe me, if you did, I'd be watching every one of them. There's just not. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of people who stream the super late models, to be honest with you. Let's check in further back in the pack here. Whoa, 10 made some huge gains on the 8 there. Who is blowing up? 14, something bad happened. I'm gonna guess he got loose off of 2. Any bets? Nope, just drove it straight into the damn wall. Okay. Kaboom. 11 just kissing the wall right there. 8 pushing something fierce through the center. Yeah, I hear you, visual. Ah, it sucks, man. All right, well, it looks like these guys had a pretty uneventful race for the most part, other than the poor 14 car. So, yeah, unfortunate for Kenneth. He had a little bit of a rough go there. So, anyway, let's go ahead and grid up. We'll be good to go. Now, I didn't know that the tape was worth a 10th, even on a short track. Honestly, you need to talk to visual. I can tell you, I can describe what's happening, but in terms of adjustments that make it happen, visual has far more experience than I do. And I really do encourage you guys to check his channel out. It's very interesting. And even according to visual, it's not necessarily for the viewers. It's more for the friends and just kind of documenting more than anything, as we just clang it off the rumble strip there. But yeah, I mean, I can describe what's going on with the car, and try to describe what we're trying to do, but yeah, I'm just trying to put words around it. That's the best thing I can do, just to try and narrate. All right, so I think we should be able to start in first here. I could be wrong. Just need to be ready to shift really quick, that's all. But it'll be a good launch. All right, I mean, the car feels sporty for sure. Ah, man, we messed that up. And just trying to take that short way around. It's just not the way. I mean, you really do kind of have to arc it back down towards the center, it feels like. We'll see how it handles for 40 laps. I think it might start to become a handful on entry after 40 laps, but we'll see. All right. Well, we finished where we started, third. That's fine. I mean, the important thing to me is that we were with the leaders. We weren't just kind of hanging back there. And we were able to put out a 3-second gap there, which is cool. So that's great. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we'll just have to dial the brake bias forward if it's starting to get nasty on brakes. So that would be why. Because we didn't have the volume up. Man, you guys got to tell me that before we get there. Before we get there. So anyway, we'll be good. Grid it up. Better? Oh, they've been telling me? Oh, man. Grabbing a cold one. Break it up for me. There you go. So that happens when you get a bunch of people on the stream, which is not a bad thing. But it is... I'm sorry. You guys just need to spam the chat. That's what you got to do. Be like, turn up the game. Turn up the game. Mind your levels. But it is interesting. The longer this channel goes, and the one thing that I find more interesting than anything is the number of people who are subscribed to the channel or who watch this who don't actually have iRacing, who they're just interested or fascinated more than anything. And it is a lot of fun to do. It's expensive and it's not for everybody. I will say that. I mean, it's not cheap to get everything set up. And, you know, for example, so the car we're driving, I believe that was $10. And I believe you have to buy this car, but I believe that was $10, and Myrtle Beach is not included in the mid package, so I think that was $15. So we're driving on $25 worth of track and car here. Never mind the headset, the computer, the steering wheel, the chair, all that stuff. It gets out of hand really, really quick.
Get ready.
So just need to keep an eye on this 3-car here.
8 cars in.
Running us up the track here.
Still there. Say hi. Say hi. On the low side. Say hi. Clear low, clear low. You got one inside. 3 wide, you're in the middle. You're clear high.
God.
Got one inside.
Well, that's fucking great.
Still there.
I'm running out of patience here, I'll be honest.
Got one outside. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. You're clear high. Clear high.
Alright, let's get the fuck away from that. Alright. So right now we're running 3/10 of a lap slower than what we were in our heat. Part of that is the car is fucked up, but alright, we're tracking them down. Too high, too high. I made the most out of it though. And I feel like the rear end's probably going to get happier and happier the longer we go here. Jesus, I forgot that we could even have cautions.
Let the and car by.
Alright, so let's go over here to the fuel and uncheck that. I haven't let the 10 car by.
Pit road is now open.
Alright, well, let's come in here and get some tires, see what the damage is, because honestly, this car's hurt pretty decent. I will be straightforward with you guys. Where are the Knievels? Oh my fucking god. 42 seconds. Well, we're going to take 4 tires here. We just have to. I mean, we're probably going to go a lap down doing it, but... Alright, wow, we made it. Okay. Didn't get anything fixed, but so be it. I don't even know what position we were in when we came in. Like I said, I was not even paying attention to that. Am I like broken and just can't hear anybody? I don't know. Ooh. Alright, well, let's regroup here. I mean, we're only halfway through. Looks like we're in 7th right now. So I think we had 3, 4 people stay out. But as of right now, we've got 11 on the lead lap here, so it's not a big deal. Looks like, although we had
man, we're going green next time.
16
man,
people
line up on the
registered
inside
up,
row.
you know, there's only 14 in here, so I guess 2 people never showed or something, but we got fresh tires. We just need to be careful here because you got some people on older tires. And tire wear does add up here. I mean, it does.
Get ready. The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. You got one inside, outside. You're on the bottom 3 wide. You got one outside. 2 wide there. You're clear high, go high.
All right.
Good job, man. You're in 5th. You got one inside. Clear low, clear low.
I think somebody got a penalty for passing on the inside there.
You're in 4th.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Unbelievable. Well, that was me trying to get up there to those guys while we still had fresh tires. So, again, mental mistakes. Mental mistakes. Pit lane here is eternal. We're not going to pit. We're just going to roll through. Let's see what kind of car we got left here. But there is one other car a lap down, and he's behind us, so let's see if we can keep him there.
Have a slow car on the bottom.
That really sucks. Well, he quit. So even with all this damage, I mean, we're still running people down here. But again, I was just trying to get all I could get right there, and the thing just hooked. I mean, we probably could have kept it on the track, but I mean, at what price, you know? So all we can do right now is just pray for a caution. Yeah, the car's definitely looking like it's snarling there, Glenn. is frustrating though, because I mean you can see how much faster we are than some of these guys. I hope these guys wreck each other. I really do. Come on. Just don't collect me. See, Andrew right now, he's holding the same as we are, so we can't wait. I mean, if we get an opening, we're going to pass these guys. I am borderline about ready to wreck one of the lead lap cars here.
Still there. 5 laps to go. You're clear high. Clear high. All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Your road is closed.
Fucking ridiculous. I tell you, man. Unbe-fucking-leavable. Well, we're gonna get a lucky dog here. From our own friggin' doing, but it's just stupid, man. Like, we passed him, blew the fucking doors off of him.
Car past the 13 car.
I think if we went green there, Hunter, you would have got me.
So it's just over.
Yeah, I was just taking my time.
2 laps to go. Car.
Yeah, you just never know with these cars.
Let it by on the outside.
Or these races, I should say.
Yeah, and I love that the 5 got the lucky dog, not us.
Let the 5 car
It's
by.
fucking ridiculous because we took the X's on it.
Road is now open. Let the
Yeah, I know where it goes.
car by.
Well, it's really kind of what could have been, man. I feel like the setup was actually really good.
Did hitting that lap car hurt your car or something?
It didn't want to enter the corner after I ran into him, so I'm not sure. I don't know if my setup just went away that fast or something happened.
Yeah.
I think whenever you hit him, it did something. Cause I actually was pretty even with you, and whenever you hit him, I could get off the corners a lot better than you.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah, I
unfortunate.
was
'Cause
just struggling so
really
much to
feel
enter
like
the corner after I hit him that I couldn't get in.
really
there
feel like
easy.
we were gonna track them down and have something for them.
You
Really.
hit pretty hard there. I'm sorry about that.
That's all good, man. I think it was a little both of us. This is my first race, and I'll see.
Well, we'll go back. We'll watch the replay
I'm
and just
not
kind of
quite sure
see
my corners
what the
are.
hell happened. Because I feel like we just got muscled out of the way like 2 or 3 times. I know the 8 car
Good
did
win.
it to us at one point, and just sent us way the hell up the track. And I want to say the other one. Oh my God, are you serious? No, race is over. Get the hell out of here.
Checker flag this time by. Great job, driver.
Ah well. Move on.
The race is over.
Really, dude? What was that?
All right, let's go back. Nope.
13 car, he hit me twice, I know for sure.
Yeah, let's take a look at this
He
poor
was running into me
poor
at full
girl.
speed here. What the hell?
Actually, he hit me 3
Can we
times.
just go to the
He hit me
rear
once
chase? Thank you.
during that heat
All right,
race,
so let's go back to the
he
beginning
won
here.
A lot of people's race.
I was watching because it's the
Did you pass
7.
somebody entering the pits or something? Like somebody who wasn't fit in?
All right, so let's see that from the chase. Because I want to see, like, how are we lined up here? Like, is this our fault? Are we cutting down on this corner too damn much?
iRacing's weird sometimes. You must have just got the shit end.
Not really. I mean, you can see him fucking clear himself right there. I mean, look at the lane he's in. I think it's in 3 and 4 that the 8. Oh, man. Again, just like, what the fuck, man? Like, really? I mean, watch him slide through this corner right here. I mean, I hate to just whine and complain all the damn time, but it's like, come on, man. Like, really? So we touched him right there, just let him know. Then after that, I mean, we ran some laps. We started to track these guys down, so we're running 3s. And again, I'm just watching these lap times right here. 3s, then into the 4s. Then we had our caution. We're able to get out of pit road, thank God. And basically, let's see who didn't come in. I think that the 7 car didn't. I don't know. But let's see what happens, because this restart gets hairy. Seriously, Ernesto, anything in Martinsville is stressful. The 4 finally comes back. But I mean, what I was watching is, I mean, I'm just watching us gain in certain areas of the track, you know, except for right there. I mean, we were really kind of rolling, you know, once we got here. I felt like we could really track these guys down. And I didn't want to wait. I wanted to go. I mean, I knew it's lap 20. I mean, it's going to take us probably at least 2 laps to get around all 3 of them. So that's 6 laps right there just trying to get around them. So, I mean, we had to go. So we're at 2:22, and they're running about the same. We don't get to run another clean lap. We saved it right there, but yeah, we were not going to make it back out on track. So, that sucks. That definitely sucks. And after that, we're just right back to the 4s. And yeah, the car is just beat to hell. But you can see it's just kind of pedaling right here, and we change the line a little bit, and we start to really catch him. Sorry if I'm making you guys sick. If this thing would just come off of my desktop, I would be so happy. Yeah, Martinsville does suck. I hates the Martinsville. But basically, we were just trying to drive this thing as straight up off the corner as we could. And it was really working. 7 got loose. And we had Andrew back here, who was another lap down with us. So, I mean, we had to go. 7 kind of lets us go. And we go to make a move on the 8. Don't quite get there. Look low and then don't. And again, I mean, it's just how much rubbing can we take in one race? I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Again, just not happy. So, is what it is. I mean, that's what caused the caution. It wasn't anything else, but again, it just sucks, you know. Definitely feel like we were better than that, but oh well. I did want to see, let's go back 2 laps. And I want to see what times the leaders were running. so we know what we need to do to be competitive. So they're running 5s, and they're kind of fighting a little bit, but yeah, 4s and 5s. But again, I mean, a guy running 7s is in 3rd. It's just, it's a war of attrition. It really is. Yeah, it is. It's a war of attrition. But again, I mean, just look at our car. I mean, we just got run over by everybody. And again, I feel like this is kind of the story of our iRacing career. I mean, we're just always the victim, I guess. But it is what it is. So let me go ahead and pull up the results here. Not that it really much matters. It's going to be shit. So let's see, because we don't forget, we collected 8x in practice, just warming up. It's fucking stupid. So anyway, minus 0.38 in safety rating. That's great. Minus 47 in iRating. Still above 3,000, 3047. But again, I mean, we really should have finished 4th. You know, worst case scenario, we should have finished 4th. But oh well, it is what it is. So thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate you guys on the stream. Oh, yeah, better race than you. Yeah, sorry about that, Jason. Oh man. So what ended up happening to you here? The 6. What happened to Mullis? Oh, I saw that. What the hell? Way up the track here. Running that high line. Nope, off the wall. Off the wall again, and the 3 hits him. Wow. Man, what happened, buddy? Oh well. Well, we'll see Jason. Jason's another Carolina guy, if I remember right. Yeah. So we'll get into this some more. I want to do this again because I feel like the car's better than what we just did for sure. So thank you guys again one more time for being on this train, and we'll see you. Take care.